Good morning, and go Braves. It's getting close to baseball season, so start wearing my Braves hat very often for good reasons. They got a good team this year, so we'll see what happens. If you're not a Braves fan, then I don't care about you, and I'm just kidding. But hey, I want to talk to you about our Sunday school lesson for this week. We are in Unit 7, Lesson 3, the blessing on God's people, and we're looking at story of Numbers. This story might not be as familiar to you as some of the other ones that we've read so far, but I think it also has still this great theological significance of what we're teaching our students. If you don't know what the story is, the Israelites are camped out, and Balak sees the Israelites there, and he sees how vast and how big they really are, and that they're a bigger deal than what he even thought. And so he goes to Balaam, and he tries to get him to put curses on the people so that they can make sure they win. But what's interesting is that every time that Balaam tries to, he can't. Like, he literally can't. God keeps presenting blessing on the people of Israel through his mouth over and over again. And Balak gets so mad and he gets so angry. Balak, however you want to say it. He's so angry he can't figure out why this is happening. And I think this shows us a couple of great truths about who God is and who we are as his people. That should give us a lot of confidence. First of all, God is sovereign over all things. And so nobody's going to make God do anything, and nobody's going to make anything happen that God doesn't want to have happen. Okay, I just want you to understand that and have our people say that. Like, God is sovereign. He is. But not only that, but God cares deeply for his people. He cares deeply for his people. One of the questions here is, how encouraging is it to know that, much like the Israelites, God is for you and not against you? God is fighting on your behalf. He is wanting to see you succeed. He wants to see you thrive. He wants to see you grow closer to him. And that is such great news. And we see the same truth for the Israelites here in this passage, that God was for them. He cared deeply for his people. And it was displayed in his unwavering faithfulness to those people. Unwavering faithfulness. Time after time, we see the Israelites go on their own way and try to do their own thing. And time after time, God chases them down. He forgives them. Yes, they still have to pay for their sin, but we see his faithfulness to them, his faithfulness to make true on the promises that he has, to make true on his promises. It says this right here at the bottom of the page. It says, "The Lord is steadfast in his commitment to his people." Steadfastness and faithfulness are just two of God's unchanging attributes. If God were anything less than 100% faithful to his word, he would not be God. He would either not be true, or he would not be faithful enough to keep his word. He would be just like us, flawed and weak. And then I ask this question, I love it. How does knowing that God will never lie or fail to keep a promise encourage you to trust him more? Encourage you to trust him more. This is what I believe happens. See, when we understand that God's faithfulness is for us and it's to us forever, it changes how we live today. When we understand that God is going to be faithful for us forever, it really does change how we are going to live today. And so maybe that's how we can really apply this to our people, our students. If we know this is God who he says he is, that he is faithful, he is true, he is always there, then what does this mean for us, how we live right now? Well, how does it change how we live? How does it change the way that we interact with our students, interact with our ball teams, interact with our parents? It should give us a confidence and a freedom to know that he's not going to give up on us. But then it also should give us a desire to come alongside him in his mission, to see his kingdom come and his will be done here in Hendersonville as it is in heaven. So I think it's a great story. Spend some time reading the passage because it might not be familiar to you. But I hope that you'll invest in this and that it will be a great time for our students to really grow in understanding who God is. So, love you guys. Hope you have a good week. I will also be praying for Casey. Casey leaves out today. It's Wednesday for Russia for 10 days, where he'll have the chance to train pastors and also do some preaching himself while he's over there. So be in prayer for Casey as he is over there for that. So talk to you soon. Bye.